All right, so I tell people this all the time. One of the things I love about America is that they sue for anything.
And you love...
Yeah, man, because it gives people the opportunity to express themselves and tell people, say, oh, you can't do this to me. And
so you can't just have a conversation through mediation or you have to sue?
Yeah, man, because you
to
have to
get
sue.
things?
For get things done, you have to sue.
Okay.
So the state of Florida has filed a lawsuit against the federal government to demand cruise ships to be allowed to start sailing immediately. Yeah, Governor Ron DeSantis announced on Thursday, April 8th, and said that the no-sail order is outdated and hurts the state as the industry generates billions from the economy and employs tens of thousands of Floridians. And it is the truth. You know, he has been saying this for the past 6 months, actually, that he thinks that it's now time for them to reopen the sailing.
The ports, yeah.
Reopen the ports and to get things going, because people just being at home, not doing anything, it is hurting more than it is helping. So.
You know, I mean, his point is valid, and I think he's not the only person who has that point. However, if the state has a position that they can prove why it is actually unsafe to do so, then his case, by orders of, let's say, you know, the disaster, like how we have disaster preparedness, you understand?
Disaster response.
By certain legislation and policies that govern the running of those states, he may not win. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure it's not a case where somebody's trying to sabotage his business in the cruise line industry. It's just a matter of when you weigh certain things, and if you can't show that you have proper protocols in place for movements and access and such, you know, you're probably not going to win the case.
Yeah, and I agree with that point.
Because the whole way out here so far.
The thing is, though, you know, I think his reasoning is that this has been happening for an entire year now.
But I know government cause
No, I know, but at least show that you've understood how this virus works and show that things have been happening, you know, protocols have been observed for different things.
It's interesting because in the US they've been given stimulus packages, etc. for lockdowns that they've experienced, you know. But
every month.
You know, if you still find reason to sue, maybe can you imagine if anybody from our side decided to sue? It'd be several lawsuits being launched at the government because
who are going to sue?
Still a wait. But anyways, murder and sexual offense cases continue to dominate criminal matters in the home circuit court. The Easter term opened yesterday with 991 matters, including 546 murders and 301 sexual offense cases.
Yeah.
So COVID moving bad, but in my estimation, we have had a really consistent pandemic for years.
Yeah.
For years.
Consistent and even worse.
And worse.
Yeah, and I think we don't pay as much attention to it because the media doesn't talk about it as much as they do COVID-19.
Oh, they do?
No, not as much as they do COVID-19. Because remember when COVID-19 hit, you know, everywhere you turn, left, right, center, it's in your face, it's in your ears, COVID-19.
D, you really feel like no, they don't talk about murder cases or such,
Not as much as they do COVID-19. I'm saying, like, everywhere you turn, it's COVID-19, this, COVID-19, that. And not a lot of attention is being put towards these sexual offense cases.
I beg to differ because every single time I open my phone on Instagram, there's a next, you know, report from Gleaner or Star saying that they're reporting either murder within a family, a kidnapping of, you know, a woman,
but that's of late,
a sexual offense.
That's of late.
That's true.
So what about
maybe
before?
because I'm wondering because you know we're in the media and such. Are we showing a genuine hike in this thing, or is it that we're becoming more aware of it, because these things have been happening, you know, for a very long time.
Yeah.
And so you know, I mean, all of them need attention.
Yeah, I wouldn't say more aware. I just think that people now have more mediums to
talk about it. Yeah, which is giving us the awareness. Yeah.
So.
Whew, child, we have a lot of things to cure.
Boy, I tell you. Well, Jamaica's chief state agency tasked with the procurement of COVID-19 vaccines has been bombarded by fraudsters seeking to cash in on the global hunger for the vaccine, so the jab as they call it. It's something that is not unexpected, because when there's a crisis, people find opportunities. Because I remember when COVID-19 started, well, it was announced it started last year, people run go buy all the tissues, and they hoarded it so they could sell it back. So people are trying to cash in on that.
And Lysols, remember that?
Yeah, man, you couldn't find it anywhere.
Lysol go for about $2,000 a can.
You understand? That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I'm so sorry I have to say it was almost expected that this was going to happen at some point in time, and there's going to be some kind of black market that was created for it, you know, unfortunately. But then there are several things. It's gonna be you don't know, because a man could have add little water and say, "Man, stretch the vial."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't know, because he put it into the thing to give it the injection. You don't even know if it's the purest form of the vaccine that you're getting.
That's why you have to get it from the authorized health official.
Exactly, you have to. You have to, man. Don't trust anybody who say, "I have a link," and I didn't have some. No.
Yeah.
The revelation by Howard Mitchell, chairman of the National Health Fund, is a stark sign of the influence of speculators, who have seized on a worldwide shortage of shot to. Oh my God.
Yeah. Everybody just trying to bank in. That's what it is, isn't it, Debbie? Like.
Yeah, they're trying to, stave the disease that infected 133 million and killed almost 3 million people.
Yeah, because, as I said, for a lot of people, in crisis, there's opportunity, whether it's good or bad to me.
Yeah, and people's personal intention just start popping up.
Yeah, a lot of people don't care about that. It's just about making money. That's what it is. You just want to make money on the backs of other people. And it's a sad case, but it's true in not just this moment that we're in, but in years and decades and centuries gone by.
But you see, it's not just on the backs of people, but this is a life or death issue,
But for some people, they don't.
This is like legitimately like if something is wrong with me and I need to get what I need to get to stay alive.
They don't care.
It's like food. Essential.
Trust me.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, am I correct with that?
Gonsalves.
Yes, has issued, I'm sorry, the light is right into the prompter, has issued an immediate evacuation order for northeasterly and northwesterly communities in an area designed as the red zone in the immediate path of the raging La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent. I saw some videos, and I have, friends who live in St. Vincent still, and it is frightening doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tell me, man.
It is absolutely frightening because you go bed and you wake up back, and not only is, COVID a problem still, but now you have Mother Nature that you can't.
You can't run it from that.
Can't run it
and
from,
you don't even know if you're going to sit back at home, kind of thing. I remember, I think I was in the 3rd or the 2nd grade. I think it was the 3rd grade when the volcano erupted in Dominica. And a lot of them had to come here.
Yeah.
And some of them came here, started school. But it's scary. Like,
and I saw a press release coming out from our Prime Minister saying that, they're willing and ready now to help.
Yeah, and that's the thing I wanted to touch on. And people keep forgetting that this is one Caribbean.
Absolutely.
And if we don't start treating it that way, we're going to be left behind. Like, we have to help our brothers and sisters where we can. I saw people making comments about the Prime Minister needs to fix Jamaica first, blah, blah, blah. I understand that. I understand how you may feel. But if your brothers and sisters across the region are in trouble...
Knock on wood. If anything at all had happened in Jamaica, we're going to need rescuing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's all for the trending topics this morning.
You're kidding me.